Okay, I'm gonna call this meeting to order. This is a meeting of the City of Gloucester's Licensing Board. Today is Tuesday, February 11, 2025, and the time is 6:30 p.m. We are meeting here in person at the Harbor Masters Conference Room located at 19 Harbor Loop number 2, Gloucester, Mass. We'll start with introductions, and I'm gonna start on this side of the room.
Building Commissioner Rob Picard.
Natasha Dale, clerk.
Melissa Prince, member to the board.
Ted Costa, member of the board.
Thank you. So I just have to read the notice. The public is welcome to attend our meetings in person, alternatively, may attend through Zoom provided, the link provided on the agenda. Meeting notice will reflect if this meeting is Zoom only, as recent amendments to the open meeting law allows. Licensing board may continue to hold meetings remotely. Please note that the in-person meeting will not be suspended or terminated if technological problems interrupt the remote connection. So being here in person tonight, we'll call our first order of business, which is a special one-day liquor license. Petition of Grace Numerosi requesting to serve all alcohol beverages during a masquerade ball on March 1st, 2025. From 7 o'clock p.m. to 11 o'clock p.m. at the the Hammond's Castle Museum on 80 Hesperus Ave. So welcome, Grace.
And then we'll know everybody here.
What's your address?
The address of the museum is 80 Hesperus Ave in Magnolia. You're all welcome to come over. Gloucester residents are always free on Tuesdays.
It's a beautiful place
Yeah,
to
we're not
visit.
open full time in the winter, but we are open for special events.
Very good. So what are we up to?
So we are
March.
doing a masquerade ball based on the Venetian Carnival, which is the same night. So hopefully we'll stream the Venice Carnival at the same time. So period, masquerade, pulling out all stops, asking for a one-day liquor license, not any different. We have security, we only have the 100 capacity. Things that are gonna be different is there'll be more volunteers or staff around, just at different points because we have so much, there'll be a lot of stuff going on. But I'm excited about it because we're gonna have, weather allowing, we'll have somebody introducing people, over the drawbridge, come in, there'll be a harpist, there'll be, people like the red room that we use, we'll use as a coat check, the bathrooms upstairs, they check in. It's 21 plus, everybody will be an adult, there'll be a string quartet for the first hour and a half playing Vivaldi and like very Venetian, Renaissance, the castle lends itself to that. We'll have 2 bars, which is something we usually don't do because we're gonna have a VIP room, which we don't usually open up. There's 2 convention and temporary exhibit rooms that will open up for VIP, which will only allow 40 people to do that. That will just alleviate any bar issues that we have. We typically have 1 bar and it's just, the courtyard is not big enough. So we use the courtyard, we're gonna use the entire castle. Which will be much more spread out. And then we'll have a DJ for the second half. There'll be, like I mentioned, stilt walker and everybody could be period costume, masks. I don't know what you call them, girls on tow. Like when they have those big wings and the ballerinas,
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess. And yeah, it'll be very open.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pulling out all the stops to try to make it something that nobody's ever experienced and once in a lifetime in a castle. Because we can only have a capacity of 100, 10 by 100, the tickets are a little expensive, so that puts it up there. People are gonna make an investment to enjoy. I'm trying to use as many local vendors as possible. Missy Sala is doing the food from Sugar Magnolias. She did a great job with the last one. And yeah, so it's not a full, it's beer, wine, champagne, and probably Aperol spritz or some kind of signature drink.
Okay.
So we have I have 3 fully licensed bartenders.
Okay.
And so,
And it's all indoors.
oh yeah, well, you have to come in, you have to walk through, but yeah, but nothing's outside, it's too cool.
Ed, do you have any questions?
No.
So looking through this, it sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it's gonna
and
be,
fun.
I would love local people to come. I think we have for the first time, and it's all, there's a lot of older people, but there's a lot of my age. For the first time, we're attracting I would say Right now, it doesn't sound like a lot, like 10 people from Gloucester bought tickets, which is huge, because we get we draw from all over the place.
Right.
So,
So procedural wise, I'm just looking, you've submitted everything. What I do see a concern with it, you'll just have to update with us, is that your with the liability insurance expired in November.
oh, okay, I just put that one off.
So
Yeah.
just need to get that, a copy to us updated, before you pick up the license.
Can I just email it to you?
Yep. You email to Natasha.
I love it.
But other than that, I see the certification, you have chart,
Yeah, we're gonna get a new map, but that map is right now what we're using.
that's a good map. So I don't see anything other, so, you wanna do a motion to approve subject to the update of the license?
Sure. Madam Chair, I'd like to make
Insurance, not license.
Insurance, yes.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the special one-day liquor license request of Hammond Castle for their masquerade ball on March 1st from 7 to 11 p.m. at Hammond Castle Museum 80 Hesperus Avenue, contingent upon their supplying a valid or updated liquor insurance liability quote.
And I'll second that motion. Just know, to anyone watching or here tonight, I didn't ask as many questions as I usually do because Grace comes here.
Too often.
A lot and has the same forum, so, we just have to listen to what the awesome event is more so than the procedural part of it, because you always have everything. So, all in favor?
Thank you,
Aye,
guys.
opposed, the vote carried. So you can get a copy of your license and just make sure it's posted somewhere over the service of alcohol to show that you have the
Yeah.
one-day license. Good luck, have fun.
Thank you.
Grace,
Come
you
on
should,
over.
Grace, you should give us a flyer to put in the cafe.
Oh, I would love to. I
Yeah.
will, I'll bring one down.
Okay.
That would be
awesome.
Cool.
Next order of business is Castaway Vintage Cafe LLC, 65 Main Street. We have a common victual license renewal, entertainment renewal for both weekdays, Saturday and Sunday. So, do you just want to introduce yourself?
Sure, Paul Gigaloni. I live at 71 Main Street. The cafe is at 65 Main Street.
Okay,
And we're going to do our 7th year.
yes. How's
Yeah.
everything going there?
No, it's
Holding up.
February in Gloucester, but we're all right.
Surviving, right?
Yeah, all
that's
right.
more than most.
Summers are great.
Good. Okay, so common victual, we don't usually ask questions about that because all the documents have been approved on the system. Is there a motion?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion, we approve the common victual license renewal for Castaway Vintage Cafe LLC at 65 Main Street. So,
Second, any further discussion? All in favor?
aye.
Aye, opposed, the vote carries. Entertainment license renewals. So this is something you've had in the past.
Yep,
Any
every year.
changes?
I don't believe so. Bianca would answer to that.
Nope, same hours, same,
So can you just tell me just briefly what the hours are?
of operation or for the.
For entertainment.
So we did, I think, 10 or 9 AM on
I can't get
Saturday.
in the system tonight.
And then I think the earliest you can do on Sunday is 10, I believe.
For entertainment?
Yeah,
I don't know that we have a limit on that. Service of alcohol is 10.
okay, so I think we did 9 or 10 till like, we're only open till about 5 o'clock.
Yeah, but on the license, we put 9 in case we did some.
Yeah, I think we did like the earlier.
Okay, and briefly describe the type of entertainment you have?
So we play music just for
Live music?
atmosphere, and then we'll do.
Or stream music?
We stream music
Okay.
and then we do, occasionally we'll have a couple live performers on the patio,
Okay.
usually just one person or two. people.
Acoustic, and then once a year, we've been actually doing it at the Glass House, but we do fashion shows now and then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard about those, good.
So it
But we
looks like
we
it's
kind of
10,
outgrew our space, so we've been doing them at blue collar,
Oh, okay,
it's 10 AM to 9,
yes.
Monday through Saturday. And then Sunday, just, there's no option, it just says before 1 PM to 9. That
I
gives you
got the full
options.
day, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Ted, do you have any questions?
Nope.
Do you want to make motions?
Sure, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the entertainment renewal license Monday through Saturday for Castaways Vintage Cafe LLC, 65 Main Street, with the hours being from 10 AM to 9 PM. I so moved.
Second, any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed, the vote carries.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the Sunday entertainment renewal license for Castaways Vintage Cafe LLC, 65 Main Street. For Sundays with the hours being before 1 PM to 9 PM. And I so move.
Second, any further discussion? No? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, the vote carries. Okay,
Thank you.
your licenses have issued.
Great, to meet you. Nice to meet you. I haven't met you yet.
Oh, I'm Natasha. Nice
Hi,
to meet
Natasha.
you.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
No
Good to
questions.
see you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It'll be warm before you know it. Get
Yeah,
ready.
we're getting there.
Just gotta get to March.
Yeah, I know.
This is
It's
the
coming.
worst one.
Halfway through the month, we'll get there.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Okay, next order of business, we have a public hearing. Let's see, petition of Rocky Neck Lobster Company, Inc., DBA The Lobster, 115 East Main Street, on a change of manager to Don Caraway. And I believe we have Don Caraway and Tess Brown on Zoom. Don, can you hear me?
She
Oh,
hasn't
she's
been
bringing you
promoted
in.
yet,
Hold on.
yeah. There she goes.
It's Tess.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Good to see you.
Dawn's, you too.
Was Dawn able to?
Yeah, she's
You-
here. It is.
Okay.
There she is.
So what I'll do, Tessa, you gonna speak on behalf of Dawn, or are you both gonna speak?
We can both speak.
We can both speak whatever you guys want.
Okay. So why don't, state your name and addresses for the record, and then someone can present the change that you are requesting tonight, and then I'll open the public hearing and see if there's anyone here to speak. Then close the public hearing, and then we'll take some action.
Okay, so Tessa Brown, 32 Laurel Street.
Thank you.
Dawn Caraway, 22 Gould Court.
Thank you, Dawn.
So we're requesting to change the manager on record to Don Caraway because the manager on record that Chris is no longer working with us.
Okay. And when did Chris, stop working for you?
I honestly don't have an exact date, but it was sometime in early 2024.
Okay. So it's long overdue.
Yeah, and I'll take the blame because I didn't know. It was the first year and I didn't know that I was supposed to come to you and do that, but now I know, so.
Yeah. So just keep in mind that usually it's within 30 days, but we appreciate being here tonight, so, so no changes, just Dawn Caraway. Dawn, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I have been in the business for over 37 years. I've been in management for 31 years. I've had about 6 or 7 liquor licenses around the Massachusetts state for as long as I can remember. Actually, that started in 1994, I believe. We worked together as well, Melissa. That's as far as liquor license and management goes, but I've been doing it a very long time. I've been with Tess this is my 3rd season coming into it, and we're doing well. So I plan on staying.
Great. And, you have an extremely well-known and very good reputation in this community.
Thank you.
Very, very happy to see this come before us tonight. Can I just ask, Tess and Dawn, have you seen or read the copy of the Gloucester Licensing Board alcohol rules and regulations?
Yes, stem to stern, but not for a while.
They're not, I mean, when we created them, we haven't made any changes to them. I just wanted to make sure that you're aware of them.
Mhm.
Because these are the rules and regulations that guide us in our decisions. And, there's a lot of
Okay.
good information in there. I don't have any concerns with you, if you haven't read it. I just wanted you to know that it's available and a good, reference to have. It talks about manager responsibilities in there. So
Okay,
So,
perfect.
Ted, do you have any questions for Dawn before I open the public hearing?
No, man.
Okay, so I don't have any questions just because I know Dawn's reputation and Dawn's been before this board several times. And your application and resume pretty much showed your experience and knowledge of the hospitality business, especially when it comes to the service of alcohol, and your success in the past, having worked at other restaurants is very impressive. So with that being said, I'm gonna open the public hearing and see if there's anyone who would like to speak in favor or opposition to this change of manager. We do not have anyone here in person. I see two people on Zoom, but they could be here for other matters as well. But I'm just gonna ask, is there anyone on Zoom that would like to speak to the change of manager at the Lobster? Just raise your hand and press *9. And no one has raised their hand, so I am gonna close the public hearing. The only question I have for you, Dawn, is do you, or Tess, actually, do either of you have crowd control experience? I know there's a certificate that you can get from the state that we usually require now for managers.
Yes, I have one, but it's expired, and I'm working with the woman that's online. I'm having trouble logging back in. For
Yeah.
some reason, it's a
Awful.
tech thing, but that's something I am working on. I have all the other stuff. Serve, safe, choke, but it is something that I'm working on. I also have all of my bartenders are tip certified. It's the only thing I didn't do. 2 of them need to be updated, and they're taking classes this month for it.
Okay. I only ask because the Lobster is such a successful business and has a lot of people in there, so, and the size of the, restaurant, just, I think that is required to have. But I do also understand, I took the test as well, just to see what the experience was and what I would expect from other managers. And, I know signing on to that website is, not easy, to say the
Yes.
least. So, with that being said, your application is complete, your experience is phenomenal. And you have the supported test, so I would just say, is there a motion to support this request to change the manager?
I would like to make a motion that we approve the petition of Rocky Neck Lobster Company, Inc., doing business as the Lobster, 115 East Main Street, on the change of manager to Don Caraway, and I so move.
I second that motion. Any discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the vote carries. Congratulations, Dawn.
Thank you. I appreciate you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. So if you can just, when you get a chance, when you get that certification, just forward it over to Natasha to keep in the file.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions for us?
I don't.
All right.
Nope.
Thank you so much, ladies. Have a good night.
Thank you.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Next order of business is petition of Ranger QOF-MA LLC, 289 Main Street, for a late renewal of their on-premise Section 12 annual restaurant all alcoholic beverage license. They are also proposing an alteration of premise. Joe Favaza.
Yeah, my computer's being weird. I'm trying.
I do not have those documents. Were those in the drive?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have them here though.
Do you,
want
can I look at them? That way I could get someone. I
Hi.
looked in the. Hi, Joe.
Oh,
Can
good.
you
My
say
computer.
your
Hello.
name, please? Thank you.
For the record, Joel Favaza, Seaside Legal Solutions, 123 Main Street in Gloucester, here on behalf of Ranger QF MA LLC. We are here on a late renewal. My buddy Bruce Figurito attempted to renew on time and then failed to get all the Corey forms in, I believe, which is what made the application incomplete. You now have before you a complete application. The renewal here is also an alteration of premises, because what previously was seating area in the old Halibut Point is now the kitchen. And so the reduction in seating went from 88 seats to 66 seats. And that rear dining area is now the kitchen. As you might recall, the kitchen used to be, split between the bar area and a prep area on the second floor. This is to get everything down onto the same floor, hence the reduction in space. As you are also probably aware, this building has been in a renovation for a year plus. At this point, what started off as a interior reno to again turn the dining area into a kitchen area in the back has become new roof, new HVAC, new electric, new plumbing, new sewer line, refinished floors. It's been, one can of worms after the other, but they are at the point now where they are calling for final inspections. The plumber had one last thing to do. He's either wrapped it up prior to tonight or is wrapping it up this week. The electrician is only waiting for National Grid to come give them an upgraded service, but the interior wiring is all done. And then otherwise, like I said, floors are refinished. All the tables and chairs are all in there. They're all stored up on the third floor, but they're on premises. And so they're looking to be calling for final inspections and actually get this thing opened ASAP. At this point, we're thinking that because of the late renewal, the final approval from ABCC will probably be the last thing that comes in before they can open the doors.
Okay, so know that this is a late renewal. We can treat it like a new request. And since you haven't been open, I kind of feel like that's where we're at anyway.
Mhm.
So what you've said about opening, I'm concerned about the opening date, right? I've been asking for a while.
Oh, yeah.
I know there's been a lot of work, good work done in there. Making it worth the wait, but we don't want to do any more wait time, right? Except for
Yep.
waiting for the license to be approved, which I'm sure it will be, now that everything's in order. Do you anticipate any issues with the ABCC, like what happened with the outdoor area, or has that all been resolved?
No, because the ringer they put us through in round one, despite Dennis having the license of the premises for out there for decades, regardless, the ringer they put us through is completed now. And so we have the paperwork from Gorton's that they were looking for last time around. So everything's properly documented and no more handshake type stuff. And that was all resolved with the original approval. So to the degree the ABCC has the same questions they had last time, we have everything immediately on hand this time if they
Okay,
need
so
more.
Gave you approval, ABCC has that information, nothing has changed with that area. You're not suggesting a change in the use of that area outdoors.
Correct. Correct.
The indoor area, so there'll no longer be a kitchen cooking station right when you walk in the door, it's just gonna be all.
No, I missed. So there'll still be like the kitchen that you normally see behind the bar will still be there, but the prep kitchen and the ovens used to be upstairs on the second floor. That's all been brought downstairs into the rear. So you'll still have the bar with the grill and stuff on the right. The bar looks great. It's all in there still, just been refinished. But just the back dining area will be the prep kitchen, so you no longer have to go upstairs to get half the food.
You could fit 66 people? Oh, including outdoors?
Outdoors, yes. Yeah. Not entirely inside the building. That would be tight.
Okay, got it. And what have you done to the outdoor seating? Is there any weather?
I mean, there's just, I think that there's some umbrellas out there, but it's not like tonal or anything like that where you have a tent, no.
So inside there's, that's counting them right now. 32 inside for the winter?
Yep, and then another 32-ish outside, I think.
Okay. And it's pretty much, looks like it's set up the same with the two tables with the long bench. They didn't change that design.
Yep.
Okay, and where is all the storage for alcohol will be out back in that prep area?
There'll be some back there. They also have basement storage, which is traditionally where a lot of it was.
Okay, are they using the second floor at all?
No, right now, they will not be using the second floor as part of this business.
Okay. But there's a basement.
Yep.
Okay. It's like it.
Looks like it.
Okay. Do you have any questions before we open the public hearing? Okay, I'm gonna open the public hearing on the petition of Ranger QOF-MA LLC 289 Main Street for the late renewal of their on-premise section 12 annual restaurant all alcoholic beverage license. And also to the proposing of the alteration of premise that was presented to us tonight, in their application. Is there anyone online that would like to speak to this petition? Please raise your hand or press star 9. We do not have anyone here in person. No one has raised their hand, so I will close the public hearing and consider that held. And those were advertised 2 weeks ago
Yeah, it was on the
in the Gloucester Daily
Friday.
Times.
Yep.
And we also did mailings.
Yep. Okay, everything looks good in my opinion. Maria Saniti, is she still gonna stay the manager?
Yep, Maria's in it to win it. She's training up some people at the Franklin right now to make sure that she can be primarily at this location for probably the first season or two, and then she'll hopefully be able to dial down and spend more equally between the two. But she knows that for the first, few months at minimum, if not the first full cycle, she'll need to be focusing on this one. Fortunately, as we discussed last time, the Franklin, at this point is established. It's got a history of, reliable staff that's been with her a long time. So she knows it's in good hands if she's down the street. And then again, if something comes up, she is just down the street. Between these two, it's probably less than half a mile.
Right, so she has someone, because I mean, we have a lot of language in our regulations about manager and time spent on premise.
Mhm.
I know Maria is extremely capable, so she has others that she can rely on at the Franklin.
Yep,
to like a mid-level manager if she's out of the building and paying attention.
exactly.
And what's this called? The burn? Is that what it is?
The burn. Yeah.
Burn. Okay. And so I want you to commit to an opening date today. So if this license gets approved within 45 days, are you gonna be open in 45 days?
Yes, the only asterisk I put on that is National Grid. The only thing that we can't control is National Grid. But if they haven't put that new service in 45 days from now, as upset as you and the board may be, I promise you that the owners of this property will be 10 times as upset because National Grid, needs to get this done. They just haven't yet. So, but for that service coming in from National Grid, there's no reason 45 days isn't plenty of time to get this thing opened up.
And what has there been done to obtain staff?
The kitchen staff is pretty much locked in. Maria's still hiring. She needs I think she has another 2 bartenders she's looking to pick up between now and then. The silver lining to this, long delay in getting open is that it's swinging right into the spring season where a lot of seasonal workers are looking to come back to the restaurants in town. So we expect that there'll be, a pool of people looking to join as this is getting opened, as the weather warms up a bit.
Do you know who Daniel Platt is?
Yep. So Daniel Platt is the principal behind the LLC that owns the property and the liquor license.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Any other questions? All right, thank you, Joel. You're always very thorough and I truly appreciate that.
No problem.
So we'll have to do this in 2 motions. One for the, renewal, one for yes, if you don't mind.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the petition of Ranger QOF MA LLC 289 Main Street for the late renewal of their on-premise section 12 all alcohol restaurant, all alcoholic beverage license, and I so move.
I second that motion. Any discussion? Joe, I just be mindful to remind them next year in December, by December to get the renewal going.
Yeah, I think, we just make it look so easy, Melissa, that they thought they could do it without us and,
Yeah.
just joking. They'll get it in.
Okay, it's just helpful and a good practice to get at, and trust me, this isn't the only conversation, you're not the only one I have this conversation with.
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, that vote carries.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the proposed alteration of premise for 289 Main Street, Ranger QOF MA LLC as submitted, and I so move.
Second, I just want to look to, you, Rob, and ask, any issues with the outdoor dining part?
Nope,
All the right patio guidelines have been followed, in
everything's
your
been followed. The
opinion?
only thing they had to do when they fixed that issue was get it, with Gordon's to get that approved.
Yeah, okay.
Cause it is technically Gordon's property.
I don't remember talking about the outdoor area, so I just wanted to make sure, that
Good.
was all set to go. Thank you.
So,
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, that vote carries.
All right, thank you so much.
Y'all have a great night.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye. Natasha? Discussions by the board, approval of minutes. Do we have all these minutes?
I sent them to you.
I thought we did, no, I know, for some reason, I thought we did these at the last meeting.
I caught up on all of the extra minutes.
Okay,
was a minute she wasn't at.
yeah, no,
I think we did the 2 October ones the
Yeah.
last time, right? just
we
need to
did
do
some
the
at the last
November and the
meeting, they
January.
look duplicitous.
I don't think so.
All right, well, we can do them again, let me just double approval.
My computer is being really weird right now,
That's
so I
okay.
can't
Madam
really.
Chair, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the minutes as submitted for the October 9th, October 16th, 2024, November 12th, 2024, and January 14th, 2025, and I so move.
Second, so I think what it is as you sent them to me, I read them, because I remember saying how great job you were doing.
Yeah,
how
and then I
extremely
decided that I
detailed
was
they
just
were.
going to send it to all of you guys when I'm done with them,
Yeah,
so that's probably why they look really, they look very
yeah,
familiar.
you do very good, these are the first minutes we've seen you done, and you do very good
Thank
with
you, I
minutes,
appre-
very
I appreciate
impressed.
that.
Yep. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, the vote carries. Are there any other matters to come before the board tonight? Any?
Did we get anything with the closure of the Korean restaurant and its move to Main Street?
We wouldn't, because they don't, well.
They don't have a liquor license.
That's not
true,
license,
too.
of
I
course.
thought they did. All right, we did.
Okay.
My bad.
All right, that's all we have. There's no more attendees. Good night.